We're going to play a show in this room tonight. It's Sunday. We've been traveling a lot. Had a strangely emotional couple of days, and I don't really have a good reason why, but it just got me thinking about grief and how grief is this thing you live with. You never really arrive at a point where it feels like it is complete. It's not a process that gets completed. It's more something that you kind of learn how to live with. Today's June the 7th, 2026, and that means it is 14 years to the day since I lost my dad, since my dad passed. My dad's name was Chris. He was a cabinet maker, and I learned a lot about how to run a business. I learned a lot about masculinity. I learned a lot about how to be a man from him, but he died when I was 21. So the gap that he left is obviously pretty big. I'm 35 now, and I've raised myself in many ways since he left. And I think it would be interesting if I could talk to him today and ask him what he thinks of the path and where things are. But I can't. And that's what grief is just unfinished business. And also, it's kind of inconvenient grief. The thing I heard that really helped me was when you're grieving, it'll show up as the part of yourself that you least like, right? So in my early 20s, when I was doing a lot of gigs, grief for me really showed up as like low self-esteem and shame, because those are the kind of worst feelings that I could possibly imagine having. And I found that useful when I heard that idea, because initially when I thought about grief, I kind of thought of it as the idea of I will be sad, and that's what grief is. But in reality, grief is much more complicated and hard to understand. I'm 14 years into losing my dad. The thing I think is I've not really grown to understand it anymore. But what I would say is it has helped me understand life more. And in a lot of ways, it's helped me to appreciate life more than I used to appreciate life. It's helped me to realize what really matters, what really doesn't matter. I think I kind of always had that attitude of like not understanding why folk made things matter that didn't matter in my opinion. But losing my dad really made that like way more. It just strips away all of the noise, it strips away all of the nonsense, and you look at life and think, what does matter, you know? The guys who built this amazing building were putting these bricks up and, putting the cement between the bricks and thinking about their life and thinking about their hopes and their dreams and their plans. And since they built this incredible building, there's been probably millions of people have come through it over the years. This is Carlisle, and it's quite a famous building. There's been millions of people have come through this building, all with their hopes, all with their desires, all with their dreams. And it leads me to think, what are we here for? And I think we're here to create meaning. That's the point of being here, is to find some meaning in amongst all of this kind of chaos that's constantly around us. So when my dad passed, the meaning I found was in music and in pursuing this dream of mine. And I dedicate this life and this vision and this sense of meaning to him. And a lot of my work really is, I'm thankful to have been given that perspective at a young age. The coolest thing about life, in my opinion, as someone who's experienced a lot of hard things and a lot of negative things, because I'm a human, I'm sure you have too, is you can really decide what you make it mean. And no matter what it is that you've been through, there's always a way to find meaning in it and to turn a negative experience, not exactly into a positive one that deletes the negative, because you can't, it's there, it's a part of you. These things become a part of you, but you can incorporate them, you can learn from them, and you can build them into something. You can build something out of them. And my life is an example of that. Thanks for listening. If you resonate with this kind of space, come and join us in the sanctuary. You can do that by clicking the link in the top comment, or comment "listen" on this video, and I'll talk to you soon.